Hello everybody, this is your Uncle Guga and today I'm bringing you my review of Captain America Civil War. I've finally seen it. It took me 2 days more than I expected to see the movie, and now I'm finally recording my review here, and I gotta say, man, it was a really good time. It sure was. Uh, what Civil War is about is, if you do not know, is about political interference in the Avengers team up, you can say, that splits the group apart. Captain America is on another side and Iron Man is on the other side, simply because the government has brought forward an act called the Sokovia Act. That means that the superheroes cannot act uh, out of the government's own laws. They need a permission or or they need permission from the government to do different tasks and assignments, and they can't act out of what they just think it's the right thing. And of course that splits the team up. Uh, so going into this movie, I was very skeptic about how they were gonna handling many characters. We saw that Batman vs Superman didn't do that so well, and because here we are introducing two new characters with Black Panther and Spider-Man, and I gotta say, seeing those characters in action was a joy. They were amazing when the action scenes kicked in. Uh, I really liked Black Panther. I would say I like Black Panther more than Spider-Man. Why? Probably because we've seen so much Spider-Man. I'm not super excited about Spider-Man. It was good. It's just not something I was super excited about to see. Actually, Black Panther was more interesting because I didn't know a lot about the character, but he seems to be a cool character. I will say the build-up to him joining the conflict and the whole shenanigans was a little too thin in my opinion. It felt like they really just wanted the characters to be out there. When it comes to Spider-Man, Black Panther, they don't have like a deep build-up thing. But hey, the movie is supposed to be about the Civil War and the conflict, so they do not really have time to create big motivations for them. But yeah, seeing them in action was really cool. Overall, the action scenes in this movie are impressive. The airport scene that we've seen in the trailer was fantastic. Uh, I have some nitpicks there. I would say that it is a little too jokey in some scenes. I mean, we have serious action scenes going on between heroes that are clashing against each other, even though they're partners and friends. And then we have just some spewish one-liner coming out, and I don't think that it really fits. Actually, some of the jokes, yes, they are funny. It's just that I do not want them where they are, if you can say that. I do not want them in that scene, actually. Uh, but yeah, other than that, the airport scene was quite amazing, I have to say. There are some fantastic action, and it was one scene that just blew my mind. I was very surprised that they went that route. I mean, I knew about it being possible. I just didn't think that they were ever gonna do that. But I was like, holy shit, they did that, and that was quite amazing. Uh, and I also think the motivations for all characters, maybe except Black Panther and Spider-Man, as I said, are very clear in this movie. It's very clear why they are joining the conflict. Or I would say Black Panther's motivation is clear. It's just very kind of typical. But I would say Tony Stark's and Steve Rogers, or Iron Man and Captain America's, motivations are very clear. I will say that Visions and Scarlet Witch have very clear motivations for what they're doing. I just think they did a great job on that. It's not like I can choose a team just saying, oh, I'm with Cap or I'm with Iron Man, because both sides have very valid arguments for why they are choosing the side they have chosen. And I think that was really great done of the Russo brothers. Uh, and the last act of this movie was amazing. I will say the last 20 minutes of this movie is probably the most solid 20 minutes in the MCU, in my opinion. Because when I saw those 20 minutes, I was like, that is what I've been wanting for MCU to do all the time. I want them to kind of step out of this little fussy action Avengers thing. It's fine with Avengers, but I want it a little more serious, a little more dramatic, and a little more emotional. And I think that the last 20 minutes really did that very well. I was like at the edge of my seat, and I wasn't rooting for the characters. I was just like, what is gonna happen? Really, it was very suspenseful, and I didn't know what was gonna happen with the characters. And I was just like, holy shit, shit's going down. and they're hating each other, and they have reasons to hate each other, and it was amazing to watch. Uh, so like I said, there is a suspenseful build-up to the whole conflict. It's like I said, the airport scene comes in the beginning of the last act, you can say, the beginning of the third act. So we have, like, I would say 1.5 or 1 hour and 40 minutes of solid build-up to the real Civil War conflicts gets physical, so to say. And they did a very great job with that, building it up. Some people have said that it's a little too long. I think it was great. They build it up. I mean, we need a build up to that conflict because then we have the long action scene at the airport with them just punching the shit out of each other. And I thought they did a really great job. Like I said, it is a little too jokey at times, and the build up for Spider-Man and Black Panther joining the conflict is maybe not the greatest. But I yeah, it's clear why they're doing it. It's just that it felt thin. And I will also say that the villain in this movie, Baron Zemo, uh, I liked him. I did like him, but I can't deny that he was unneeded. This movie would have worked perfect without him, actually. Some people say he's shit. Some people say that, well, he did his job. And I think that, yeah, he kind of did his job, but they could have done that without him too. So it's not a necessity for the movie. He's kind of just there. Now, of course, some people is probably going to say the same thing about Spider-Man, which, to be fair, yeah, it could be said, but it's just like with Baron Zemo, the conflict was there before he kind of joined in. And so it depends on how you like to see it. Uh, Overall, my final words on Captain America Civil War is: although not as focused or tight of a story as The Winter Soldier, it deals with a lot of dramatic tension, suspense, emotional choices and beliefs, and a great dose of action. My final score for Captain America Civil War is going to be an 8 out of 10. Is it as good as Winter Soldier? I don't know, because like I said there, The Winter Soldier is more focused and tight on story, while Civil War is more about the characters' conflicts against each other. So, depends, but yeah, Civil War as an ensemble movie was quite amazing, and I did have a blast with it, and I'm definitely uh, gonna buy this on Blu-ray day one, if you say so. Uh, so, thank you for watching. This has been your Uncle Gurga, and don't forget to give me a like if you enjoy the content, and subscribe if you want more of my content, and leave a nice comment if you feel for that. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.